Welcome, students, to another episode of Manhood Academy podcasting. Today we have with us, let me get my roll sheet out, BZS. We have Action Jackson. We have Travo. And we have DKO.
What's up?
What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
And in honor of our new, well, not in honor of anything, just in honor of Wolfgang, I'm going to read Wolfgang's post. This should be an encouragement and a warning. And also, his post is so dramatic, it's inspired me to make posters. So I want to make a whole series of student posters based around this post. Wolfgang 85. Who wants to read it?
I'll read it.
Who's all? Who's all read it?
Camp Travo.
Camp Travo. You want to read it? What about Action Jackson? I thought Action Jackson wanted to read it.
Yeah, I'm trying to... This thing is... Alright.
I will put myself out there.
You'll put yourself out there? I thought BZS wanted to read it.
Okay, I'll read it.
I will read it.
I'll read it. Oh, okay.
What happened to BZS's microphone? Click on your mic, BZS. You gotta click on the screen. There you go.
Okay.
You ready to read it, BZS?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay.
Sight.
So, I have... What?
Nothing, go ahead.
Okay. I have been coming to this site for almost 4 years now. I'm ashamed to admit this is my first expression post. I want to say it's because I'm...
Hold on. Before we fall asleep,
Holy shit.
Travo's a reading tutor.
Yes, I am.
What's up, bro?
Hold on, I can't see the screen.
Okay, Travo's
Okay,
preparing
yeah.
his reading tutoring skills.
Alright. So, BZS, I am your reading tutor. I am going to teach you how
You have to
read.
identify that you're a reading tutor for Manhood Academy.
I am a reading tutor for Manhood Academy.
Sick.
And, okay. I'm going to read part of it, and then when I stop, you're gonna repeat after me.
But not in that
Right,
voice.
sounds good. What's that?
But not in that voice.
I have been coming. BZS, your turn. I have been coming. No, like this. I have been coming. I have been coming. Good. To this site for almost 4 years now. To this site for almost 4 years now. Okay, I like that. I'm ashamed to admit. Admit. Wait, I didn't catch that. I think your microphones are messed up or something, because you're lagging or something. I have a pretty shitty connection. Let me, I'm gonna try to log out and log back in.
You're doing fine right now. You're doing fine right now. Just go ahead.
Alright, okay. This is my first expression post.
We got so much lag, forget it. Okay, Jackson,
Uh-huh. You want me to read it?
you're up. Yeah, he's got a little bit too much lag. Every now and then he's fine. Like right now, BZS, testing.
Testing.
Yeah, he's fine. BZS, your connection's good every now and then, but it's intermittent, so we're gonna come back to you again.
Alright,
Jackson, go for it.
Okay. I have been coming to this site for almost 4 years now. I'm ashamed to admit this is my first expression post. I want to say it's because I'm lethally
Okay,
lazy.
slow down.
Okay.
DKO.
Yeah.
DKO is a reading tutor at Manhood Academy. He's gonna teach you how to read.
Alright, what's your name?
Jackson.
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 Listen to how I say it.
Okay.
I have been coming to the site. Now repeat how I said that.
I have been coming to this site
Very good. For almost 4 years now.
for almost 4 years now.
Yes. I am ashamed to admit.
I am ashamed to admit.
No, wait. I am ashamed to admit.
I am ashamed to admit.
Yeah. This is my first expression post.
This is my first expression post.
No. The first part has to be like this. This is my first expression post.
This is my first expression post.
No. My first expression post.
So what do you want me to draw that out, or what are you trying to show
from
me?
the eye. I want you to extend the eye a little bit more.
Okay. This is my first. This is my first expression post.
Almost there, man. Almost there. All right.
This is my first expression post.
No, it's too monotone, sort of. I mean, you have to do like
the problem is you have a monotone guy teaching a monotone guy. I don't know if you students know this, but I'm a reading tutor at Manhood Academy. My name is Professor Plum. I'm going to teach you guys how to read. We're going to read in turns. Everybody's going to take a sentence. So BZS, you're going to go first. I'm going to go first to show you how to do it right. BZS, you're going to go second. Jackson, you're going to go third.
Okay.
Travo, you're fourth. DKO, you're fifth. You're each going to pick one word in the sentence, and you're going to figure out the word because you're going to hear it when I read it, okay? There's going to be one word in my sentence, a particular word. You will be able to identify that word by the way I read it. So everybody must pick out one word in their sentence that they're going to read. Watch. Learn. Listen. Here we go. I've been coming to the site for almost 4 years now.
So, Plum, so do I repeat that sentence, or do I take the
No,
second
you're going to
sentence?
take the next sentence. You're going to pick one word.
And then draw it up.
And you're going to draw it out, man.
All right, let's do this.
Oh,
I'm ashamed.
wait a second. Who is calling me in the middle of class? Yo. Oh. On behalf of the entire Honda World staff, we want to blah, 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 blah. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Deborah, for that automated Honda message that I don't need. What a bitch, right in the middle of class. Okay, go ahead. Sorry about Deborah fucking up our entire class. Oh, wait, who do we have joining us? Yator, I can't even read it. Who is it? What's your name on the forum?
Principal Leotard.
Oh, Principal Leotard, welcome.
Oh.
Speak up. Speak into your mic.
I am very glad to join class. I was actually just listening to the previous podcast.
Oh,
and then
good.
I realized that we have a 12-hour time difference.
Okay, you're just in time. You're just in time to practice reading with us. Can you see? Wait a second. Let me see if I can get my screen to share. Why the fuck isn't my screen sharing? Share screen. Click on screen. Beep. All right. Why can't I see my own screen? That's the problem. Damn it.
I can see it.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys can see it, but I can't. I can't see it on my screen, man. Why not? Why not? Okay. We're just gonna have to make do. Here we go. Principal Leotard, can you see my screen?
Yeah, it says Wolfgang's expression.
Yeah. Can you read it though? Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to pick a sentence. You're going to be reading after, let's see. We got action. You're going to read after Action Jackson. So it's going to go me. It's going to go BZS. It's going to go Action Jackson. It's going to go Principal Leotard. Then Travo. Then DKO. Pay attention to who's reading ahead of you. You're going to read right after them. Okay, so you're going to pick one word in your sentence that you're reading. It's going to be a magical special word. And you're going to figure out that special word by the way I read my sentence. Here we go. I have been coming to the site for almost 4 years now. Did everybody catch my magical special word?
Yes. Yeah, cut that.
Okay, BZS, go ahead.
All right. I need to admit, this is my first expression post.
What? Where's your special word?
Ashamed.
Yeah, that wasn't very special. Your word's supposed to stand out. Your word doesn't stand out at all.
I'll try it again. So, I'm ashamed to admit, this is my first expression post.
Anybody catch a special word?
Kinda,
I didn't catch it.
Barely?
I didn't catch it at all.
Okay.
You might have to read that one more time, BZS, because that was a complete fail.
Okay. So, I'm ashamed to admit, this is my first expression post.
Principal Leotard, did you catch a special word?
Again, a little bit better, but he can do even
No, I didn't catch it either. Okay, go ahead, BZS.
Okay, I'm ashamed to admit, this is my first expression post.
Action Jackson, did you catch a special word?
not really.
No, me either. I have no idea what it was. Was it I'm? I'm not sure which one it was. Go ahead, BZS, one more time.
So do I just draw, literally just... Alright, so I'm ashamed to admit, this is my first expression post.
Travo, did you catch a special word?
I think it was ashamed, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, me either. I didn't catch it at all. BZS, go ahead.
Alright. I'm ashamed to admit, this is my first expression post.
DKO, did you catch a special word?
Almost, but not quite.
Yeah, I didn't catch it at all. BZS, hit it.
Fuck, okay. I'm ashamed to admit this is my first expression.
I thought I heard something in there that was different. Principal Leotard, did you catch a special word?
Yeah, but you can do even better.
No, I didn't catch it either. You're right. Okay, BZS, hit it again.
Man, I'm gonna lose my breath here. All right. I'm ashamed to admit this is my first expression post.
Jackson, did you catch a special word?
Yeah, kinda.
No, I didn't catch it either. Travo, did you catch a special word?
It's like somewhere near the beginning, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the beginning somewhere. DKO, you catch it?
Nope.
No, me either. BZS, hit it.
All right. I'm ashamed.
Nah, that's
to
horrible.
admit.
I can't even find your special word. Travo, you're going to have to read that sentence to show them how to do it right.
All right. I'll make a special word for you.
Make a special word in there for you. Don't make the same one as he did. Just try and find a different one.
Okay. I'm ashamed to admit this is my first expression post.
I can tell what Travo's special word was. That was easy.
All right.
You ready, BZS?
Yeah.
Don't fuck it up.
All right.
Good luck.
I'm
Hope you do well.
ashamed to admit this is my first expression post.
DKO, did you catch it?
Nope.
No, I didn't catch it either. BZS, you ready?
Yeah.
Hit it.
Straight. I'm ashamed to admit this is my first expression.
Yeah, I'm ashamed to admit I can't figure out what your special word is. DKO, you ready to help him out? Why don't you pick a different special word than travel or BZS? Read the sentence. Go ahead. Pay close attention, BZS.
Okay. I'm ashamed to admit this is my first expression post.
Principal Leotard, did you catch DKO's special word?
Yeah.
No, I didn't catch it either. Okay, it looks like we're gonna have to do this again. Okay, pay special attention. I'm gonna pick a special word. Okay, here we go. Yeah. I'm ashamed to admit this is my first expression post. Did you guys catch my special word?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, you ready, BZS?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't fuck it up.
All right. I'm ashamed to admit this is my first expression post.
Travel, did you catch a special word?
Yeah.
No, I didn't catch it either. BZS, you ready?
I try to sing like you did.
Yeah, good.
Right.
Good for you. We want to catch your special word. You ready?
Yeah.
Hit it.
Right, so I'm ashamed to admit this is my first expression post.
DKO, did you catch a special word?
Almost, not yet.
Almost? Yeah, I didn't catch it either. Okay, ready?
I gotta tell you, I don't.
You want me to give you another example? You want me to read
Yeah.
another? Okay, here we go. I'm going to read my sentence. You're going to have to listen for the special word. I'm ashamed to admit this is my first expression post. Did you catch my special word?
Yes. Yeah.
You ready, BZS?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't fuck it up. Here we go.
I'm ashamed to admit this is my first expression post.
DKO, did you catch it?
Yo. Almost.
It was almost there. Oh, welcome to class, franchise. You're just in time to hear BZS read his sentence, and you're going to have to identify a special word without him telling you what it is.
All right, I'm done.
You ready, BZS?
Yeah.
Hit it.
Okay. I'm ashamed to admit this is my first expression.
Did you catch it, franchise?
Yeah.
Nah, me either.
It was,
No, I didn't catch it either. Travo, did you catch it?
No, I didn't catch it.
No, I didn't catch it either. BZS, you ready?
Yeah, all right.
Hit it.
I'm ashamed to admit this is my first expression.
Nah, Travo's going to teach you how to do it right. Ready, Travo?
Okay. You want to do the same word, or?
We're going to have to find out what your word is by the way you read it. I don't know which word you're going to pick.
Okay. I'm ashamed to admit this is my first expression.
I think I know what Travo's special word is. I think it's post. That's just my guess. BZS, you ready?
All right.
We're on try number what? 500? You ready?
Yeah.
And take 501.
I'm ashamed to admit this is my first expression.
DKO, did you catch a special word? Nah, me either. We're gonna have to go on. Okay, you're gonna get another turn, BZS. Hopefully you don't screw it up again. Who's next?
Me, Jackson.
Jackson, hit it.
Okay. I want to say it's because I'm lazy. But the main reason is I thought I was smarter than the professor.
Anybody catch a special word? DKO, you catch it?
I'm trying to say yes.
Yeah, I thought I caught his special word. As the rest of it, the rest of the reading of a sentence sucked, but I thought I caught a special word. You want to do it again and not screw up the rest of the sentence, Action Jackson?
Okay, I'll try.
Okay. Don't try, just do it.
Okay. I want to say it's because I'm lazy, but the main reason is I thought I was smarter than the professor.
Okay. Who's up next?
Me.
Who's me?
Principal Leotard.
Principal Leotard. Okay. Principal Leotard, after you is going to be, let me see. Actually, you know what? Franchise, you're going to go before him.
Okay.
Then Principal Leotard.
Okay.
Go Franchise.
I'm not really too sure what I'm doing, but I'm
You're going to have to read the sentence, you're going to have to pick a special word, and we're going to have to identify it by the way you read it.
Okay. Where? Where should I start?
Start on... What sentence are we on? The second? Third sentence. I thought...
Alright. I thought I could get competent on my known.
I identified your special word, except the first part of the sentence was terrible. You want to read that again?
Sure. I thought I could get competent on my
Anybody identify a special... DK, you catch a special word?
Yeah.
Yeah, I caught it. Okay, Principal Leotard, you're up.
I thought I could
I would.
read the ebook, a couple of exposing feminism posts. I missed those.
Hold on, get closer to the microphone. I cannot hear you. Turn it up or get closer, one of the two.
I would read the ebook.
Turn it up or get closer to your microphone. Can't hear you.
Okay, how about now?
Yeah, that's good.
I would read the ebook, a couple of exposing feminism posts. I missed those. And I would say to myself, I get it now. I'm competent. I don't need to talk to the other students.
Whoa, slow down. That's one sentence.
Yeah, my bad.
Did you catch a special word, Franchise?
Somewhat. No.
Somewhat. Camp Travel, did you catch a special word? No, you didn't? Okay, Leo, hit it again.
I would read the ebook, a couple of exposing feminism posts. I missed those. And I would say to myself, I get it now. I'm competent.
DKO, did you catch a special word?
Yes.
I caught it. Who's up next?
Trevor, okay.
Travo, hit it.
I don't need to talk to other students. That.
Well, I definitely caught Travo's special word. It was disturbing, but I caught it.
I'm gonna turn up to my food.
DKO, you're up.
Alright.
Alright.
Fuck posting my experiences. I'm the
No, I didn't catch your special word. Go ahead.
Again? Alright. Hold on.
Shh, you're too loud. Shh. Anytime you're ready, sir.
I lost my place, man. Where are we?
Like near the bottom. Like the, was it? I don't need to talk to other students
fine.
like that.
Alright. Oh, man.
Oh,
I'm posting
man.
about my experiences. I'm the man.
You catch a special word, BZS?
Kinda.
No, I didn't catch it either. DKO, you ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck posting my experiences. I'm the man.
DKO, are you starting? Are you ready? You ready, DKO? Go ahead, anytime you're ready.
You can do it, DKO.
Come on, DKO.
Alright.
Alright. Come on, you gotta prep. Yeah, get prep. You ready? You all prep?
Alright.
Okay, go ahead.
Fuck posting about my experiences. I'm the man.
You ready, DKO? Ready to start? Okay, come on, we're waiting, DKO. Let's go. Hit it.
Alright.
blog posting about my experiences. I'm the man.
You ready, DKO? Come on, we're waiting, man. Let's go. Start reading this thing.
You got this, DKO.
Come on, DKO. Let's do this. Woo! Woo!
Let's do it.
Blog posting
Come on, you're slowing down class. Let's go. Let's go. Read it.
blog posting about...
Oh, man. This guy's never going to read. Who's next? Who's after DKO? DKO refuses to read. BZS, you ready?
We're talking about practice, as Allen Iverson would say.
What are we going backwards in time? You're supposed to be improving, not devolving, not deproving.
All right, we're talking about practice. Hold on, try again.
Oh, I'm done laughing.
Okay.
Why don't you just read it like this? We're talking about practice, Alan Iverson.
All right, we talking about practice, as Allen Iverson would say.
Oh man, this is horrible. I feel like just slitting my wrist right now. What's wrong with people's rendition of their? What's wrong with their reading of the passage? What's the main problem, Travo?
They're too afraid of looking stupid, so they're not giving it their all. They're not drawing out every single letter
Yes.
as far as they can go.
So how does that affect their overall expression?
It hurts it.
Really? Could you be more specific?
It makes them more monotone and...
Yeah, it makes them sound like DKO. You ever notice when DKO talks, it sounds like this, and I'm DKO, and the world's exploding, and I just bought a new hamster, and, by the way, this car is caught on fire, and I'm walking down the street, and I just saw a dinosaur, and right? Everything just kind of blends in. Everything's the same. Right? DKO just robbed a bank, yeah. Got $1 million, yeah. And now I'm gonna go get a sandwich, yeah.
Rob the bank, DKO.
DKO, yeah. I'm DKO. Just change his name to Monotone KO. MKO. Oh, I gotta change your forum name now. Hold
Oh
on.
man, no way!
Where's DKO? Okay, DKO. I go to special properties.
I wish we could film the actual everyone's faces on Google Plus.
Boom. There we go.
Their name gets changed.
Mono.
Yeah, like everyone's screen.
Monotone KO. All right, you're all set. Congratulations, dude. I like the new screen name. It's pretty sick.
Thanks, man.
And then, let's see. Who's a BZS? BZS?
Uh-oh.
Where's BZS? Back to previous stage. User groups. BZS. I'm gonna change them to super shy guy. It's a cool nick. I like that one. Super shy guy. Okay. Well, we got new members of the class. Super shy guy and monotone TKO.
Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to Manhood Academy class.
Welcome.
Okay, so what would you suggest, Travo, as far as improvement goes? What would you suggest they do to improve their oral expression?
When they're trying to read the expression post, just try to make it as outlandish as possible.
Okay, what would you suggest though?
crazy.
If you could say one word to them, what one word would you say to them? Franchise, if you could say one word to them, what one word would you say to them?
Candid.
We got that. That's the overall concept they're trying to achieve. But how would they achieve that? What's the one word we would say to them? Principal Leotard?
Oh, I got it.
I would say imagine.
No. DKO, what would you say? if you had one word to choose to figure out how to do this the right way, what do you think that word would be?
I don't know.
Travo, you got it?
I practice.
Practice, yes. You guys are terrible right now. You're learning a new skill. It will simply require more practice. You will, after class, take a sentence and read it the correct way. And I suggest before you read the sentence that you listen to the podcast again, so you can figure out how you sounded in comparison to the students who read it correctly. And then you can note that error and you can practice it yourself. This is going to require practice. So your first couple of times, terrible. Second couple of times, going to be terrible too. Maybe about your 20th or 30th time, you'll get it. It took, how long did it take Tim Will to get it?
Tim Will. Wasn't it like 37 tries or something like that?
That was 34.
30-something.
30-something. Yeah, it took about 30-something tries to get it right. So you were about, you're in your 16th try or so. So you got a couple more tries to go. Eventually you're going to get it right. And if you read that, or if you listened to that podcast, what happened to Tim Will's expression once he got it correct on the 37th or the 34th try or whatever time he got it correct happened to be? What happened afterwards?
It was more open.
Yeah. Suddenly he learned how to read correctly. What happened? Why was he reading terrible up until that 34th try, and all of a sudden he reads fine? What happened? Nobody knows? Nobody knows?
He became more candid. He just became more candid. He was just more himself. He seemed to have better voice.
Yeah, he became more candid. What happened? What led to that? Before that, previous to that, he was reading like DKO. Then all of a sudden, he just read totally differently. He just read completely different.
He had a realization.
What's that? He had a realization? He had a realization about stuff? What happened, Travo?
He had a realization.
He had a realization. He had a change of view, and that dictated how he behaved. Do you see how powerful a realization is? It shifts everything about what you're doing. Shifts your entire behavior. So just one realization changed the entire structure of his reading from then on. It's not that you can't read it correctly. It's just that you don't have the realization yet of how to read it correctly. Once you train enough and you finally do it, and you change your realization about how you should be reading, it will affect how you read from that point on. All right, let's finish reading this post because it's a good post. It's an excellent post. This inspired me to make posters. That's how great this post was. It's his very first post. It took him 4 years to make, but some of you have been in the academy a little while, a few months. Some of you have been a few days in the academy. Others have been 4 years, like this guy. I've been coming to this site for almost 4 years now. No more special words. Just read it. BZS, go ahead.
Let's see. Okay. I've been coming to this site for almost 4 years now.
No, that's my sentence. You're the next one. We're going to read it in a row. Everybody's going to take a sentence.
Okay. Let's see. I'm ashamed to admit, this is my first expression post.
I want to say it's because I'm lethally lazy, but the main reason is I thought I was smarter than the professor.
I thought I could get competent on my own.
Are we skipping franchise?
I'm not really...
Oh shit, my bad, yeah.
Pay attention, franchise.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we're actually going down the line of people who are on the right-hand side.
Well, just jump in.
Okay. I would read the ebook, and a couple of exposing feminism posts. I miss those. And I would say to myself, I get it now. I'm competent. I don't need to talk to other students. Fuck that.
My turn.
I think I finished my sentence. Wait, no, yeah, I did. My bad. Fucked it up.
Okay. Fuck posting about my experiences. I'm the man.
Practice? Should I finish the rest?
Yeah, go ahead.
We talking about practice as Allen
Iverson would say.
Allen Iverson would say.
I would then get an ebook high.
I feel really good about myself for a couple of days.
I was ready to take on the world.
I understand social interaction now. All right.
I'm going to have orgies every night.
Woo!
Once the effects of the high wore off, I'm back in my default depressed mode.
I have been going through this cycle ever since I joined.
Obviously, working on my own has not worked out.
I'm a lowly, broken man.
I'm humble.
I'm ready to submit to the professor's authority.
Yeah.
I want to start building relationships with the bros on this site.
Comma.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I want to participate in class, and I want to start initiating.
More importantly, I want to graduate.
Yeah, buddy. It took him 4 years to make his first post. This inspired me to make posters. I want to have a little student, like, with a little backpack on, and it says something like, it took me 4 years to make my first post. And then I'll have another poster. It'll be like a series of posters, and another one will be like, I know better than the professor. And then another poster will say like, what's another common mistake made at Manhood Academy? How would I do a monotone voice on a poster?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh, I would say, "What's up, bro?" I know how to greet people, and then it'll say, "What's up, bro?" in quotes.
And have the most poker face you can get.
Yeah, like a bland poker face. And then, I'll have another poster that has like a blank expression and it'll say, "My expression is really good." It'll say, "I'm really happy," and it'll just have like a blank poker face. So I want to make a whole series of these posters, like the most common mistakes at Manhood Academy, so you can kind of get an idea.
You definitely need a motivational one too.
Yeah. Then I have some motivational ones. I graduated, and a guy jumping in the air with his diploma. I graduated. So even after 4 years of not posting, he's finally inspired the professor. His one post is the impetus for my new work. Well, congratulations, Wolfgang. It only took you 4 years, but now you're in the game. You're back in the game. You're back in the saddle. You're back on the horse. First expression. And by the way, I thought his first expression post was really good. Anybody know why I thought it was really good?
Conveyed his person.
It was very candid.
Thank you for these general answers, but BZS is going to give us a more specific answer. He's going to give us the specific degree of his reaction to this post. And he's going to tell us specifically why he thought this was a good post.
I like the last sentence in that second paragraph where he writes, once the effects of the high were off, I'm back in my default depressed mode. I've been going through this cycle ever since I joined. I like that he really took the time to write that out and to really express kind of what he's been going through for the past 4 years. That's why I thought it was good.
Okay, well, that's a very good general explanation, but I want something more specific that ties it into the things you're learning here. DKO, can you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like his first sentence in his first paragraph because I think that's real candid of him to say that. I wouldn't say that if it took me 4 years to write an expression post.
So what is making this candid, specifically? What's making this candid?
He's admitting his faults.
Yes, that's the specific thing, but what's a general concept we're getting at here? What is one of the things that he's sharing with us to make it this candid? What makes it candid?
There are no bullshit excuses here from his persona. He's very self-critical. And
if he says, "I would read the ebook," is that candid?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not really.
He's reading the ebook, isn't he? Is he lying to us? He's not reading the ebook? Of course he's reading the ebook. That's candid. But is that what's the difference between saying, "I would read the ebook," and "I'm ashamed to admit this is my first expression post"? What's the difference?
One's dead information, the other one's getting at what he's going through on a personal level.
Yes, but we use a specific term to convey the difference here. What's the difference in saying, "I would read the ebook," which is static information, like you just said, and "I'm ashamed to admit this is my first expression post"? What's the difference?
Emotion.
What's that?
He puts emotion into his second sentence of the first paragraph.
So we hear that he's ashamed. He's sharing his emotion. Some emotional content. What is he also sharing?
His reaction to expression posts.
It rhymes with thoughts.
Thoughts.
Yes, he's sharing his thoughts, his feelings, his emotions, right? These things are the things that make up his specific expression, his personality, his thoughts and his feelings. These are things you cannot Google. You could find out somebody else read the ebook. That's not a startling, that's not a startling fact. It's just a fact. You read the ebook, you woke up, you had breakfast. These are just facts. These are static facts. There's no person involved in them. But when you share, "I liked what I had for breakfast," that is a personal what?
Reaction.
Yes, it is a what? BZS.
It's a higher degree of expression.
Yes. In relation to what we just said, we already gave everybody the answers. It is a what, DKO? I liked breakfast. Versus I ate eggs. It is a what?
Emotion.
It's an emotion. I like that. I love that. Makes me happy. Something that shares my emotions. What else is it?
It's specific.
Yes, it's specific, but what else is it? What other category does it fall into? Franchise?
The degree.
We just talked about this word. It rhymes with thoughts.
Thoughts.
Yes.
Like the degree of his thoughts.
Yes, it's sharing his thoughts. I like the breakfast. Versus just, I had breakfast. Everybody has breakfast. Would you agree? Would you agree that everybody here at some point has eaten a meal?
I just ate breakfast.
Would you agree that everybody here eats a meal?
Yes.
Would you agree that everybody on Earth, at some point, who is alive, has had a meal today? Or during this week, at least?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so do you need to know the fact that somebody ate food?
No.
No, it's not essential.
Because it's a necessity that we all understand.
Yeah, we all understand that you have to eat. So you telling us you have to eat is like you telling us I have to pee. We all know you have to pee because we have to pee. It's just like saying I blinked today. Does that share your person if you say I blinked?
No.
Why not?
Because we all blink.
Yeah, we all blink. It's static information. How can you make that personal then?
When I blink, my eyelids hurt.
What's that share? What's the difference there?
That shares my thoughts about when I blink, what do I do?
Yeah, it shares your thought process. So now we have your thoughts. What's a different way you could share about that blinking? That doesn't just convey static information.
I was going to go into descriptives. Like when I blink, I can feel like the walls of my eyelids hit the balls of my eyes and moisten up until like I don't know.
Trevor, help him out. What's another way you could convey that blinking other than thoughts?
You could say, when I blink, I feel like a supermodel girl or something who's really feminine
and I'm on the right way trying to impress everyone.
So what's that share?
Your thoughts and emotions.
The degree of expression.
We already talked about sharing your thoughts. What's another way we could share the sentence, I blinked?
Emotions.
Give me an example.
I love to blink.
I love to blink, right? Shares your feelings about blinking. So now we have personal information about you specifically versus just the fact that you blinked. How about this one? Oh, I went on an adventure. I went to Magic Mountain. How personal is that? BZS?
Not at all.
That's really cool. You went to Magic Mountain, though.
How cool?
It's not really, right. Yeah, a lot of people have been to Magic Mountain.
What's that?
A lot of people have been to Magic
Yeah,
Mountain.
a lot of people have been to Magic Mountain. What's the difference between your experience and their experience?
That's all we want to know.
Can't they also tell me they went to Magic Mountain?
I went to Magic Mountain too.
Yeah. And then Franchise went to Magic Mountain. Then DKO went to Magic Mountain. So how valuable is it to know that you just went to Magic Mountain?
Not at all.
Scale 1 to
Not
10,
at all.
0.
What's the only way that would matter to you? If somebody if somebody told you they went to Magic Mountain, what's the only way that would matter to you?
If they told me how they felt about the experience of going to Magic Mountain, either for the first time or for the 50th time, I want to know what they felt.
Right, but what's the only reason you would care about whether they went to Magic Mountain or not?
If they convey their thoughts.
What if your mailman said, "Hey, I went to Magic Mountain"? Would you care?
No, don't give a fuck.
What if Paperclip told you went to Magic Mountain? Would you care?
Yes.
Why would you care about Paperclip telling you went to Magic Mountain and not the mailman? They're telling you the same information.
Well, I built a relationship with him. He's my best friend.
Yeah, so the only reason you care is because of what?
The relationship I built with him.
The relationship. So if you are sharing static information about what you did, you at least better make sure about that what, BZS?
That you're conveying your thoughts and your emotions.
Principal Leotard, if you're sharing static information, you better be at least aware that what? Principal Leotard. Jackson, Action Jackson, if you're sharing static information, you better at least have what?
A relationship with a person?
A relationship with a person? Are you asking me a question?
A relationship with a person.
Answer, give me a sentence. What are you doing?
A relationship with a person.
A relationship with the other person. If you're going to share static information and that you want them to care, you better make sure you have a relationship at the very least. If you're talking to a new student you've never met, or a stranger, or a guy like Oz. Welcome to class, a new student like Oz. And you said, "Hey, Oz, I just had bacon and eggs." What's Oz going to say? Oz? Hey, Oz, I just had bacon and eggs.
Why do I care?
Yeah, why does he care? He doesn't know you. But if you're his best buddy of 15 years, he say, I had bacon and eggs, he'll care because he has a relationship with you.
He'll be like, fuck yeah, bacon and eggs.
Yeah, fuck yeah, bacon and eggs. I want some bacon and eggs. Okay, so let me give you a pop quiz, hotshot. Speak up into your mic, Oz, or turn your mic up.
Okay.
There we go. Let's say you have a relationship with your buddy, right?
Right.
Okay. So he tells you, hey, I had bacon and eggs. Do you care a lot about that fact?
No.
No, why not?
Because it's just a fact.
Yeah. Didn't you have bacon and eggs at some point?
Yeah.
Did I have bacon and eggs at some point?
I'm pretty sure everybody has.
Yeah, so you're sharing a fact of life that people have done, people are basically eating. That does not tell us anything about the person. What tells us something about the person?
How they related to the experience.
Meaning?
Their feelings, thoughts.
Yes, their thoughts and feelings. A new student, you got the answer right the first try. Your thoughts and your feelings. If there are no thoughts and feelings in your expression, there is no person. If there is no person, you are sharing static information. It does not matter. A lot of you guys, when you say, what's up to your friends, what do you say to them?
Sup?
Sup. Okay, that's
Not much.
the first mistake. Yeah, sup. Then what?
How's it going?
How's it going? Okay, we get past the greeting. We get past the useless greeting. Then what?
What are you doing? Nothing, just chilling.
Just chilling.
Just kicking it.
Just kicking it. So we have a lot of what?
There's no direction in the conversation.
Well, that's another problem. There's no direction. You're waiting for the conversation to happen to you. Sup? What are you doing? Nothing. Sup? Chilling. Right? You're waiting for him to tell you, hey, I got this cool plan. Let's do this. Or, hey, da-da-da-da-da. Right? You're waiting to be stimulated. You're thinking your buddies are TVs. And you just turn them on and they just stimulate you. The problem is you don't know how to lead the conversation. So, other than that, what's the other problem we just talked about? You say sup, they say sup, then they say what?
Not much.
We got that part, then what? What do you start talking about?
What'd you do today?
What'd you do today? I went to class. Then I went to get some tacos at Taco Bell. Then I was hanging out with Jim. Me and Jim played some basketball. Then we came back. We had another taco. We went to Magic Mountain. We went on the rides. Then we got back at 8. And then I'm back here talking to you. What's the problem with that?
I fell asleep.
Yeah, why did you fall asleep?
It's boring.
Why was it boring?
Static. It's just information. There's no reaction or personal experience.
What's
or
missing
reaction.
from there specifically, Mr. Specific?
It made me think. Sorry, go ahead. Wait, am I Mr. Specific?
Yeah, you're Mr. Specific.
Okay. The thought and emotion.
Yes, the thoughts
Now-
and emotions about that. How would you change that experience and make it attractive? Make it meet the social need of the other person?
I could say, oh, when we went to Magic Mountain, it was so awesome. We were playing putt-putt, and the little ball would just roll into the...
Okay, so what do we have there? Let's examine what he just said. What makes us more interested in that than just saying that he went to Magic Mountain? What did he include in there?
First of all, he was personally excited while telling it. His tone of voice was good.
Yeah, his tone of voice conveyed his emotional content. So, number one, we know there's a person in that experience. Okay, what else? Wake up, BZS.
What's up?
Super shy guy, wake up.
Oh, I gotta get going, Plum.
Okay, we'll see you, buddy.
What's up, baby?
Okay, what else are we missing here? Professor. Principal Leotard.
Yeah.
Principal Leotard. None. Were you paying attention?
No, I missed the last part.
Okay.
Before the goodbye.
Jackson, what else are we missing?
You're missing his personal reaction.
Personal reaction. So he gave his personal reaction in what way?
Oh, well, he was conveying his emotions, but with his tone of voice, but he was just saying facts still.
Well, he said something else. He said something. Yes. What?
Oh, okay.
What?
He said awesome.
Okay, so what's that convey?
How he felt about the experience.
His thought and his feeling, right? It's awesome. He thought it was awesome. He felt it was awesome. What's the problem now? What would you say is the problem with that word awesome?
It's not specific. And was it really awesome? Were you in awe? I mean, you know.
Was it awesome like you caught a firefly in a bottle? Was it awesome like you robbed a bank? Was it awesome like you ate a banana nut muffin? Was it awesome like you took a punch to the face? Was it awesome like you got an A on your math test?
I have a question.
How is it awesome? We don't know
I have
because there's no
a
specific
question.
degree. Yes.
So, is it okay to say, I said, this was awesome, and then I go on to explain how it was awesome. Is that okay? Or should I not use awesome at all?
Is it okay? You tell me.
I don't know.
Can I say this pizza was good?
No.
Why not? I can. I can do whatever I want. It's my conversation. I can say this pizza's good. Can I say this pizza's good?
Yeah.
Can I say this pizza's good?
Yeah.
I can do whatever I want. It depends on my expectation. If I don't want to talk too much about the pizza, I can just say it's good. It's not important to me. But if I want to share my experience candidly about my my trip to Disneyland or Magic Mountain, and I want the other person to be attracted to enjoy what I'm saying, then yes, I need to go beyond just saying it's awesome. Awesome doesn't convey very much at all. It just says, hey, you had a good time. Okay, good for you. What else? Bring me into your experience. You have to make it a first-person shooter for them. Especially if they've never been to Magic Mountain? What does it mean to say it's awesome? You can be as excited as you want. Oh, it's super awesome, bro! Right? But you've never been to Magic Mountain, so what does that do for me? Or I've never been to Magic Mountain. What's that do for me? All I know is you're super excited.
Everybody has their own perception of awesome.
Yeah, all I know is you're super excited about it.
It doesn't why was it awesome?
There you go, exactly. That's why Mr. Specific has to be even more specific than awesome. Yes.
Alright, I just want to say something about the word awesome, if I could. Is that okay?
Is it? I don't know. Is it? Go ahead.
I don't know, you're in charge, right? Alright, okay. I hate it when people use that word for stuff, because it's like, if you say something's awesome, that's like one of the highest kind of words you can use. Alright, were you really in awe at the fact? I mean, what if, like, I don't know, Jesus miraculously appeared from the heavens or some shit, and, I mean, then, yeah, oh man, that was awesome, I was in awe, but if you already used that for something like fucking pizza or something, I mean, come on, you know what I mean?
Yes. Come on, we know what you mean. No, we don't know what you mean. That's why you had to explain it to us. Exactly. So there needs to be a specific degree of your experience. This is why you guys are practicing to write in your expression post. You are learning how to take your experience of awesome and to chop it up like cheese into little slices so people now can get a specific degree of your experience. What does awesome mean to you versus how do you categorize awesome events in your life? Pizza versus Jesus descending from the heavens. How do you make a distinction? Well, that's where your personal experience comes in handy, where your thoughts and your feelings about awesome become relevant. All right, let's go on. Next post. So this post was, after 4 years, he finally made this post, but it was one of the most impressive expression posts I've seen. Students who, first start posting right after they join the academy haven't made posts this good. So he's been around a while. He's got a lot of exposure to a lot of the concepts. He's probably heard a lot of podcasts, but he finally made his first post. It was a doozy. Good job. Good job. I loved it. Okay, next one. Let's get to who's Mr. Yawner? Mr. Franchise?
That was me. That was Action Jackson.
Action Jackson? All right, you volunteered, Mr. Yawner. Let's see if we're going to yawn at your post.
Monotone KO, that's all I can see in the form now.
All right. All right, Jackson. Let's read your first paragraph. Hit it.
Okay. My studio finally opened a new teaching space that sits in a small strip mall off a well-traveled road, 2-lane road called Douglas Boulevard. Your cursor's right over that word. It sits the second from the end in the older, tan-colored 5-unit long building. Despite the building being old, the inside looks amazing, and to me it feels like Christmas when I was a young child. I'm so happy, so excited, and have so much to look forward to. It's like when you put up the Christmas tree, and you see all the lights, all the ornaments, and you just know there are so many good times ahead.
What was the problem with that?
It's just
no degree of expression.
Well, aside from the fact that you read it in a monotone, what's the other problem?
He read it pretty fast.
Yeah, he read it ridiculously fast, but what else?
No expression. And
yeah, your comment has no expression to it. Fuck. Yes. That had more expression than your comment, no expression.
You're supposed to vary the tone of voice when you're happy and excited, and you have much to look forward to, but...
Yeah.
Besides that, we're talking about the paragraph. What was the problem with the paragraph?
Static. Static information.
Your comments are static. Your comments are non-specific. You're just throwing out ebook terms. Function, dysfunction, static, pleasure, pain. Tell us nothing.
He gives a very general cliche analogy about Christmas, and then what we just talked about as far as just saying I'm so happy and so excited. Everyone has a different perception of that.
Is there any personal element in this paragraph? Yes or no, Principal Leotard?
No.
Wrong. Where's the personal?
There is some, but not enough.
Where's the personal element in this paragraph, Travo?
I'm so happy, so excited.
Yes, I'm so happy, so excited. It's Friday. Right? We got a Rebecca song here. So, what's the problem with I'm so happy, I'm so excited, DKO?
It's not being conveyed to a much greater degree. It's too general.
Yeah, it's very general. It's like franchise's comments. Static.
It's like me saying awesome.
Awesome, yes, exactly. Okay, so there is some personal degree of expression. Okay, let's forget about that. What about the rest of the paragraph? What's the problem with the rest of the paragraph? Oz, what's the problem with the rest of the paragraph?
I think the analogy kind of sucks. I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
Other than the analogy.
Let's see. So much to look forward to.
It's a problem with most of this whole entry, but what's the one of the problems you'll see in this paragraph here?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Franchise.
There's like static information being conveyed.
Yeah, just a lot of background information with no personal reaction to that information. We care about the personal reaction to the information, not the information itself. The information itself is meaningless. If I can Google this or get this from another student, it becomes meaningless to me. Unless I have a relationship with you. But how do I build a relationship?
Through expression.
Well, by
Through
going out there
expression.
and then touching base with students outside the academy.
Fulfilling needs.
Well, we have a lot of general answers. Can anybody make it more specific to what the point we're making right now?
Someone into your experience.
Well, I would keep in contact with the students regardless of the podcast. Like, out of it, I would try and get to know them.
Get to know them. Be confident. Be yourself. These are all throwaway terms. What am I looking for here? I'm looking for something specific, a specific answer.
What was the question again?
Exactly.
I think it would be good if you write posts that are somewhat personal, meaning...
How do you get to know somebody? How do you get to know somebody? You do what?
You
respond to them, to their posts.
You respond to them. If you say hello and I punch you in the face, is that a response?
Yes.
You
Yes.
give them positive incentive to talk to you by being candid about your experiences and your thoughts and your feelings and how you feel about everything.
So I need to share my
Thoughts.
and my feelings. Yes, that is what creates a relationship.
And your girlfriend.
What's that?
What? You were saying things.
And your girlfriend.
You share your girlfriend. You share your class clowns with everybody. Yes. So if you share your girlfriends, your class clowns, but especially your thoughts and your feelings, you create a relationship. If you share static information, which is what most people do when they talk to other people, especially new people, hey, what are you doing? Well, I work in electronics. Oh, I've done that for 12 years. I work at this company. Oh, I have, 2 kids, and I have a wife, and her name is Betty. What's the problem?
Static.
Just like franchises, answer. You want to expand on that silly answer?
It's just telling us static information about how he feels. Like my wife's name is Betty.
Yes.
Well, okay.
It's not sharing any thoughts or feelings about your wife other than the static information.
Like my wife is beautiful. She's got beautiful brown hair that I love running my fingers through.
Yeah, something that's personal about your experience, your reaction to the experiences. That's what we care about. That's what forms a relationship. You have a lot of relationships right now where you just share static information, and if that person left tomorrow, you might have known that person for 3 years. If that person leaves tomorrow, is it going to be that devastating?
No.
Why not?
They haven't given me a reason to form a complete relationship with them.
You have an optional relationship. If you have an optional relationship, how do you know you have an optional relationship, Oz?
Because they haven't shared their person with you.
Yeah, but how do you know? What's the result? How do you know you have an optional relationship?
You'll feel it. Or I guess you won't feel it.
Yes. What if they leave? What will happen?
You won't care.
Yeah, you won't care. They're just an option. It's just like going to a fast food restaurant and having hamburgers or hot dogs. If they take hamburgers off the menu, you still got hot dogs. But if you go to some place that only has one thing and it says hamburgers, you go to In-N-Out and they only serve hamburgers. What if they took hamburgers off the menu?
That would suck.
Yeah, that would suck. Because your needs aren't being met. Your needs were formerly being met. They have hamburgers. You ate the hamburger. You're happy. Now they took away your hamburger. They took away the thing that meets your needs. It's the same with a relationship with a person who you have a functional relationship with. They're meeting your needs. So if they go away, you are affected. It is no longer an option. It is a necessity. Functional relationships are a necessity. And you will know it because if they go away, they will affect you greatly. Just like they took the hamburger away. So if somebody leaves out of your life that is necessary to you, you will be affected by them. If somebody leaves who is not necessary to you, it won't affect you. Now think about your relationships with other people. Are you an option to them or are you a necessity? Oz, are you an option or a necessity?
Option.
Why?
Because I haven't fulfilled their needs and made them depend on me.
Right, why?
Because I'm dysfunctional.
Those are all general. Principal Leotard.
I am an option to most, except
Why?
for my closest friends.
Why? Why are you an
Because
option to most?
I didn't have a job conveying my person, and I try to settle for kind of general answers.
Right,
A lot
just
of
like the
it's,
answer right now. What's the specific answer I keep trying to get at, but we have to keep going about it in a roundabout way. Let me go to Action Jackson. Are you an option or a necessity to most people in your life?
Anybody outside of work, I'm an option.
Why?
Because I don't meet their needs.
Right, why?
Because I'm not creating a functional relationship with
Well, that's
them.
very general. You're going backwards. We're trying to get specific. Why?
Well, other than not meeting their needs,
You're not meeting my needs right now. I need a specific answer from you. I've tried to get to it a couple times, and I'm still trying to get to it. So we're going to go to Franchise. We're going to see if he can meet my needs. Franchise, you're an option or necessity?
I am an option to most and a necessity to some, because for some
Why are
people...
Why are you an option to most?
Because I don't go out and share my thoughts or experiences, or I don't really care to build a relationship.
Oh, okay. He met half my need. Okay, let's go to Travo. Are you an option or necessity?
An option to most.
Why are you an option to most?
Because I don't know how to form relationships.
That's too general. We already know that.
Okay, I don't know that.
DK, are you an option or necessity?
I'm an option.
Why?
Because I'm afraid to express myself around new people, or even my family sometimes.
So you're afraid to do what?
To be candid.
Too general. What does it mean to be candid?
To be open and say whatever you feel.
Oz, did you have your hand up?
I was gonna say because I was raised by a woman.
Okay, that's a general answer, but we're looking for why you can't why you're an option to other people. What do you forget to convey?
My person.
Too general. What do you forget to convey, Travo?
My thoughts, emotions.
Yes,
how I feel
that's
about
it.
the world.
Stop right there. You guys are going to be all these bullshit answers. I keep going back to the same thing. You guys have terrible listening
Well,
skills.
I said that, Plum.
You gave me
Interesting
thoughts
and experiences.
Thoughts and experiences. What was I looking for?
Thoughts.
Thoughts and emotions.
Thoughts and emotions.
Okay.
Your
my
listening
bad.
skills are terrible. Exactly. That's my point. I was just pointing out how terrible your listening skills were. Yeah, no, they're really good. I said thoughts and experiences.
Okay, I need to get punished.
Yes, you are getting punished. I'm telling you, shut up. Listen. You are learning. You know how they say in elementary school, you guys need to learn how to listen. And you're like, bitch, I have 2 ears. Isn't it a default thing? I hear the sounds out of your mouth. That's I always thought. Whenever a teacher said that, I'm like, yeah, duh, I have ears. I hear the sounds out of your mouth. I'm listening by default. I don't need to learn how to listen. That's hearing sound. Listening is a skill. Listening means, I know what your expectations are. Now I have to meet your expectations. But there's a trick. You don't even need to hear what they say. What can you do to meet somebody's expectations? Oz? Without even hearing a word out of their mouth, what can you do to meet somebody's expectations?
I don't know.
What are any meaningful expectations based upon, DKO?
They're based upon expressing your thoughts
Nope.
and emotions.
Right answer, wrong question. Travo, what are any meaningful expectations based upon?
They are based upon your needs.
Your needs, yes. So how can you meet somebody's expectations, meaningful expectations, if you've never heard a word out of their mouth?
Because everybody has the same needs.
Yes.
So, yeah.
You
So
know
if you
everybody
meet their
has
needs,
the same needs. If you know how to meet your needs, that means by default you know how to meet their needs. What do you need from another person?
Affection.
You need affection,
Camaraderie. Friendship.
friendship,
Relationships.
I like all these general terms you just throw out there: black, blue, orange, green. What do you need out of a relationship, Oz?
Reciprocation.
Yes. Uh-huh. Franchise, what do you need out of a relationship?
I'm not good at being specific.
I believe I need all of the above in terms of
all of the above.
I need someone to share I need someone to share their experiences with me, so that way I
Share
know
their
who
experiences.
they are as a person.
Principal Leotard, what do you need out of a relationship?
I need somebody to depend on me so I can depend on them for some things.
Okay?
I need to learn how to be less general.
Jackson, what do you need out of a relationship?
That's what I need to do.
Understanding from someone else, compassion. If someone that's able to have a conversation and understand what I'm going through and I can understand what they're going through. Somebody that I can communicate with.
So if I say, hey, I like blue, and you say, hey, I like green, and I say, hey, I went pee 5 minutes ago, and you said, hey, I had eggs 5 minutes ago, are we communicating?
Yes.
So am I fulfilling your relationship needs? We communicate?
No.
You just said that's all you need. Communication.
Well, someone that communicates their thoughts.
Oh, so now you're getting more specific with me. Oh. See, you guys don't even know what your own expectations are. You're giving me diplomatic UN answers.
Because we don't know.
Exactly. So this is the problem. If you don't know what your own needs are, how the hell are you going to meet anybody else's needs? Yeah, if you have a need for a gun, boom, right? You need to know what your own needs are. Once you figure out what your needs are, you're going to know how to meet other people's needs by default. What do you need? Let's figure it out right now. What do we need? Food?
Penmanship.
Shelter?
Clothing.
Okay, we got the first three that we learned in class, all right? Food, clothing, and shelting. Food, shelter, and clothing. Okay, we got those. What else?
It's my social need to
Okay.
speak to someone else.
What's that?
My social need to speak to someone else.
My need to speak to someone. Okay, so I say, sup, bro? And you say, sup, bro? Didn't I speak to you?
You did, but I need your thoughts, and I need you to convey yourself in terms of thoughts and emotions to me, so that way I know who you are.
Yes, that meets my social need. So there's a social need right there. If you realize that to maintain a functional relationship with somebody, to meet their needs, it's essential to convey your thoughts and feelings to them, you will start doing that. That is based on your realization. If it's just a theory to you and you don't see it as a necessity, you won't convey it. Or you'll convey it sometimes, at your leisure. You will maintain optional relationships. The reason why I'm speaking to you this way, the reason why it requires specific answers and not these, frivolous non-answers, is because I realize there's necessity for our relationship to keep going forward, to keep thriving. You have to meet my needs, I have to meet your needs. Otherwise, this class is useless. If I'm just talking here, I'm saying, hey, Oz, be yourself, be confident. Right? I just say, be yourself, be confident.
Worst advice ever.
Yeah, worst advice on the planet. I say, franchise, hey, here's a secret, bro. Be yourself, be confident. Okay, go out there, Tiger, go get him.
Alright.
Right? I give you that advice.
So I would fucking...
Yeah, it's fucking useless. You hear it all the time.
I used to punch people that told me that shit.
Yeah, I want to kick them in the face when they tell me that. Whenever I read that, I just want to find that advice columnist and kick them in their face. So that's the most useless advice you can ever give me.
Myself was horrible.
Okay, so, exactly. Be myself? Myself is poorly trained. If I'm going to be myself, you're going to be turned off. We don't want to be ourselves. We want to be trained. When they say be yourself, they mean be candid. They don't even express themselves in a competent manner. So if they're not clear with you, how could you be clear with anybody else? This is about necessity. So if I see that there are certain things that are necessary to a relationship, I'm going to make sure I'm doing those things. Right now, you don't see it as a necessity to convey your thoughts and feelings. That's why you're giving me all these stupid answers. Once you see, oh, this is what I need, and you're clear that you need this in the relationship, you will start doing that every single fucking time. I won't have to ask you, hey, bro, how's your relationship going with so-and-so? Did you make sure to share your thoughts and feelings? You know why I won't need to say that?
Because we'll be trained to.
Because of what?
To meet that.
Because realization of your need.
Yeah, you will realize that you need to do that. There will be a realization controlling your behavior. Your realizations about relationships control how you behave in the relationship. What's Oz's realization about the class relationship right now?
We're too general with our expression.
Oz, what's your realization about the class relationship right now?
I don't know.
DK, what's Oz's relationship with what's his realization about the class relationship right now?
It's attractive.
Nope.
That's all I got.
Travo, what's Oz's realization about his relationship with the classroom right now?
He realizes that he's the student and you're the teacher.
Kinda. We can tell by the way he's behaving, his realization. If you guys are paying attention, you guys are working on your listening skills, you can tell by the way he's behaving what his realization about the classroom is.
Maybe he feels like we're not really that connected. We don't really convey ourselves that well, and that's why he's kind of kicking back, chilling, just munching away, going out.
Well, aren't I saying things that are important to him?
He is, but maybe as a cohesive group, we're not.
Yeah, right now he just moved. He got a hat on, changed his hat. He's just kind of doing other things, right? And sometimes he's paying attention. So his relationship with us right now is optional. You realize that? If you're paying attention, you realize you're an option. You're not meeting his needs. Once we start meeting his needs, he's going to pay attention. But you have to meet his needs. Same with girls. If they're fiddling with their cell phone, you're not meeting their needs. Simple as that.
Yeah.
You either need to tell her, look, here's my thoughts and feelings, or you need to tell her, bitch, shut up, I'm in charge. One or the other. Either you need to lead her in the relationship, or you're not providing incentive for her to meet your demands. It's one or the other. It's very simple. If a chick is on her cell phone, I know one of two things. Either I'm not stimulating her, meaning I'm not sharing my thoughts and feelings, so she has no reason to even pay attention to me, or I'm not leading her. I'm not telling her, look, don't be on your cell phone, do this. I'm not setting any limits or boundaries on her. So it's either one or the other. It's that simple. But the practice is difficult, because it takes practice. You guys don't have any practice right now. You're very limited in your practice. You're like most people. You want to read something in a book and go, oh, I read it, I know it now. No, you don't know it. You won't know it until your realization changes.
You know what? I think part of the problem why people have trouble conveying themselves is we don't perhaps know ourselves well enough.
Yes, there's a couple things. That's one of the things we talked about. You don't know what your own needs are. You don't know what your own expectations are. The convenient thing is the ebook gives you your expectations. When you get to section 2, you will have expectations. You were supposed to lead a relationship. Right now, some of you come into class, you're like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if the girl led the relationship? Or wouldn't it be cool if she was the one doing all the talking and leading me around, telling me what to do? That'd be cool. It'd take the pressure off of me. You don't even know that the expectation is that you should be telling her what to do and you should be leading the relationship. You don't even realize that. If you don't realize that, how can you meet her need? That's exactly what she's looking for. That's why girls always say, oh, I want you to plan the date. Why can't you plan the date? I don't like planning the date. You know why she says that? She's telling you that's my need. I am not good at being in charge. Girls always say, yeah, I'm just as good as a man. I could be in charge. That's bullshit. So that's why the ebook says, hey, you need to be in charge. And that's why you're practicing leading right now. When you're giving competent answers, when you're not answering like, is the answer justification? Is the answer observation? Is it pleasure? Is it pain? Is it punishment? Right? You're not even taking responsibility for your answer. So when I tell you to state that as a statement, I'm training you to become responsible for the relationship in the class right now, the student-teacher relationship. You're learning how to lead a relationship and become responsible for a relationship. Yes, Oz.
I'm just curious, why is it, this is at least in my experience, women when they're in charge, they're either way too lenient, there's no authority.
Yes. That's why single mothers produce the vast majority of criminals behind bars. They have no discipline. They don't convey discipline to their
Or
kids.
they're hardcore bitches and they fucking abuse authority.
Yeah, they're not designed. That should tell you right there. They're not designed to have authority over you in a relationship. You should be the one in charge of them. They're very emotional about what they do. They're going to punish a kid if they feel bad, if the kid makes them feel bad, not if they should punish the kid. Or they're going to reward the kid if they feel like rewarding him. Or they're going to do this because they feel like doing it. Chicks live according to their emotions. When you're an emasculated guy, you behave just like a chick. You do what you feel. You should be doing. Like if you feel like getting up, you get up. If you don't feel like getting up, you don't get up. You live according to your feelings. If you're an emasculated guy, you behave just like a chick. If you want to know how a chick behaves, just check how you're feeling right now and do whatever you feel like doing. Some people tell you today, hey, just do what you feel like doing.
Just chill out.
Just chill out. Do what you want to do.
Just go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
It's like right now I'm feeling like I should stay here and listen to like the entire podcast because I know I have a dentist appointment right now. And I have 30 minutes to get to it. I feel like staying here, but if I don't move, I'll be late for the dentist appointment.
Well, then you better move. You better leave.
All right, I gotta go.
See
you later.
Bye.
Feelings versus...
I gotta go myself, actually.
Adios, sir.
I gotta get to bed.
You guys don't need to announce it. Just go. Okay, so
Peace out, guys.
point is, your feelings are dictating how you behave. This is a mistake. This is a tragic mistake. Once you learn what your obligation is, you will act regardless of your feelings. You will act and behave regardless of your feelings. Then you will become a competent person. You'll become a competent person who can lead a relationship. Imagine if you're like, you have 2 kids and you're like, I just don't feel like making dinner today. Or I just don't feel like hanging out with you today. I don't feel like it. You'd be an incompetent parent. You have to do what is required. That makes you a valuable necessity in a relationship. If you can lead a relationship, what if I came to class? I was like, I don't feel like teaching today. You teach. Oz, you teach. Jackson, you teach. I'm bored today. I don't want to do anything. You stimulate me. You be the TV for me. I would become an option eventually. If I kept doing that, eventually be like, why the fuck do I even need to come to class? Right? Sometimes a professor will meet my needs. Sometimes he won't. He's just an option. He's too wacky. He's too inconsistent. He's not meeting my need. If I'm disorderly, are you attracted, Oz? No. If I tell you one good thing, every time you come to class, and 1 out of 20 times I tell you something that's useful, and the other 20 is like a waste of your time, that's a disorderly relationship we have. Are you going to be attracted? No. You're going to be like, why do I need to come to the academy? It's a waste of my time. I need to have an orderly relationship with you in order for you to be even attracted, in order for you to even listen, to meet my demands. If I'm not providing you with an ebook, why are you even here, right? There's no reason to even be in this chat if you weren't getting something out of it. So I have to meet your needs. In order to have an orderly relationship with you, I have to meet your needs. So when you have an orderly relationship with somebody outside the academy, if you want them to be attracted to you, you have to meet their needs. That means you have to know what your needs are. That's why we have an ebook. Congratulations, we came to the point. Okay, one last post and we're done. Let's get out of here. Let's see. Let's go to... Jackson, did we finish your post?
No, I mean...
let's skip to the 3rd paragraph. Let's hear about Cass. Go ahead.
Alright. Do you want me to read it or you want someone else to read it? Alright, I'll read it.
Thank you for volunteering.
Okay, Cass is young and really a very pretty girl. She has a round face with big brown eyes, a cute small nose, long flowing dark brown hair, and a tall, slender build with small shoulders, long arms, and legs.
Stop right there. Trevor, do you care about that?
Yeah.
DK, do you care about that?
Yeah.
He cares about that description. Why do you care about that?
Because I want to know what she looks like.
Curiosity. Have you seen other girls before?
Yeah.
Do you care about how they look like?
Yeah.
So every single girl on the planet, you care how they look?
No.
You're not curious about any of them. Why are you curious about this one?
Well, once he said she was cute, I was thinking, alright, maybe she's fucking hot.
So, there's a self-interest here. But aside from that, if he was describing cereal, we just changed the description. Cereal is really young and very pretty. It's a very pretty box. It's a square box. It's got a rabbit on the front. He's jumping around. Would you care?
Only if you really like cereal.
Yeah, unless it wasn't relevant to your interest, you wouldn't care because it is just a description. It is dry information. Okay, so let's see if he personalizes any of this. Keep going.
Oh, it went away. I can't read it. Second. I don't know why I can't see that. Second.
Come back to the light.
I'm trying, yeah.
Go back to your own, just go to the forum if you can't read it and click on your expression post.
Okay, let me see if my computer lets me. It's very slow when I have Google Chat.
Do 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 do.
Alright.
Do do do.
Okay, expression. Give me your expression.
Okay.
Jackson, where are we? Alright. Okay, here we go. Do you want me to start from the beginning or want me to continue where I left off? Okay, well I'm just going to continue where we left off.
If you were a chick in a relationship with Jackson, how would you feel right now? Oz?
She needs more direct. I need to lead her more.
Yeah. Like, he's asking me, should I read here or should I go there? Should I start here or should I do that? Do you want to go to McDonald's or do you want to go to Burger King? Right? This is like a lesbian relationship. I want to leave it.
Okay. Alright.
I want a guy to lead me. I don't want a lesbian relationship. I want a man to lead me.
Okay. Alright, Cass is young and really a very pretty girl. She has a round face with big brown eyes, a cute small nose, long flowing dark brown hair, and a tall, slender build with small shoulders, long arms, and legs.
You fucked up. I wanted you to read after that.
Oh.
But here's the important part. As a guy, you are guaranteed to fuck up when you're leading. Okay. But the important thing is, you have to make the decision regardless. Even the bad decisions, you have to become accountable for them. So you fucked up. I didn't want you to start there. But the good news is, the more important thing is, you made the decision. You picked where to start, even though it was the wrong place. It's important for you to make the decision because that shows you can lead.
Mm-hmm.
And you are going to make the wrong decision. Now comes the expectation management part. Because I, as the girl, I'm going to go, I don't want you to do that. I want you to do it over here. Now you're going to have to learn how to manage a bad reaction.
Okay. Well,
and you're going to say, shut up, chick. I'm in charge.
Shut up, I'm in charge.
Okay, and then you're going to continue reading.
But unfortunately, okay, that's not complete sense. But unfortunately, she's very hard to have a conversation with because she's usually consists of her replying with one-word answers such as, yeah, and okay. She's also pretty much a bitch most of the time, acting like she's too cool, bored, or even just pissed off. So I hope to develop better skills and actually have some real conversations with her and get her to take the bitchy guard down.
How's that going to happen?
By expressing my emotions and, expressing my emotions and personality and
by speaking super fast? She loves a super fast speaker, doesn't she? It's like, Cassie's young and really... that's sexy. That's hot. Can you speak faster? Does she want a guy who speaks at the speed of light?
No, because I'm not confident what I'm saying when I do that. Or I'm not expressing myself. I'm just rushing through it.
Yeah, you're just trying to get through something.
Nervous.
You're a nervous guy.
Okay.
You need to be able to manage the relationship and say things at your pace. What if she says, you talk too slow?
Bitch, shut up.
Bitch, shut up. I'm in charge.
Yeah.
You need to be able to manage the reaction. That's the EM section. You'll learn all about that.
Okay. Where are we? That said, despite her poor disposition, I have some good conversations with her in the past, and even had a couple good flirting sessions, one of which included me giving her a massage and grabbing her around the middle.
And speaking at the speed of light.
Okay, I know, I'm going to read that again. Where am I? That said, despite her poor disposition, I have had some good conversations with her in the past. Even had a couple good flirt sessions, one of which included me giving her a massage and grabbing her around the middle. She liked the flirting at the time, but I creeped her out or something after, or at least I think, and so I didn't really go anywhere.
No doubt. She's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
How'd the flirt sessions go? How did you know they were good?
Because we were actually expressing ourselves, and they were having really good conversations and laughing, and there was definitely a vibe going on.
The vibe, sweet.
The vibe.
The vibe.
So the social need was being met.
Oz, you have the vibe?
No.
This guy's not giving me the vibe.
I know.
One day, you're going to come into class, and you're going to give me the vibe.
Okay.
It's going to feel like a vibrator. Once I hear your thoughts and emotions in class, it's going to be a vibe between us. What people call the vibe. You know when people say, hey, we have a good vibe? What's that mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably it's probably one of the worst phrases I've ever heard. We have a good vibe. What's that mean, Oz? We have a good vibe.
Doesn't mean shit.
Yeah. What does it really mean, though? What's the translate that for me? We have a good vibe.
Oh, we meet each other's needs. We complement each other.
Yes, but why let me ask you a question. Can you have a good vibe with anybody or only certain people? Because some people say, oh, I have a bad vibe with this person, but this person I have a really good vibe with.
Oh, okay. Well, a good vibe, I guess, would also mean your views are similar enough that you would get along as well, probably. So, because you can't really have a good vibe with somebody you would hate because of certain things they do in their life. So it's not like anybody. You can't have a good vibe with anybody.
Right. You can have a good vibe with somebody you know how to manage. If you can manage your expectations and get your expectations met, guess what? You will have a good vibe with that person. If you can't get your expectations met with them, that means you have a bad vibe. That means there's bad mojo in the air.
Mm-hmm.
So these are really non-statements. I have a good vibe, I have a bad vibe. It's nonsense. It just depends on whether you are able to convey your personal reactions. This means you're conveying your thoughts and your feelings, and you're able to get your expectations met. You're able to manage their response to you. Yes, Oz.
Okay, each time you share a fact, should you try to share a feeling and extrapolate on it? Like, for instance, like when he wrote his first sentence, Cass is young and really a very pretty girl. Like, should he be like,
this is fun. Look, he's giving some static information, some description. This is good, and this is relevant to an orderly conversation. You need some description. You need something to give you a background on what you're talking about. But you always want to personalize the experience. So it doesn't matter where it comes in. It could come in right at the start, like, oh, bam, I love Cash. She's young and blah, blah, blah. Or it could come later on. This guy's more of a mechanical guy. He likes to set the stage like he's writing a 5-paragraph essay in high school. So he's talking about Cass and describing her like a tree. But eventually, you guys will read other posts, and you'll realize, like if you read Lighter Than Air's post, you'll see a guy who is very candid with his thought process. Let's go. You want to see a guy who is very candid? You'll get a picture, right? If you just read this post from Jackson, you wouldn't know Jackson from a fucking tree. There's no difference between Jackson and a tree. It's very static. There is some personal element, but very limited. Now let's go to somebody who has a lot of personal element, his thoughts and feelings in his posts. Okay, we'll see a dramatic difference. We're going to go to who's a guy who's very dramatic, or not dramatic. I mean, who conveys a lot of his person in his post. Travo, who do you think of right off the bat?
DBP probably.
DBP. You know who I think of? Where is he?
I like Lighter Than Air. He's
Yeah, where's that kid?
Right there, you missed it.
Oh, right there. Okay. Lighter Than Air's Faggotry Diary. Okay. Here we go. Let's see here. Let's see a guy who has a lot of personal element in his entry. Oh, JP, you are breaking my heart here. I mean, look, I have serious issues with my mom and have never succeeded in sustaining a relationship with a non-pornographic human female. But man, I have these moments, and come to think of it, not during actual penetrative sex, because then my mind is freewheeling out of control. Holy shit, I'm having sex, shit! When those moments, when you can feel her release, how to put it? She opens, relaxes, surrenders, is amazed, feels full of awe and admiration, submits, arrives, finally becomes her truest self. I'm telling you, it is really something. And it's there. It's real. It exists right in our DNA. And even for an emasculated dish rag like myself, all I had to be was gentle, a little hungry, and a little daring. Thinking about this, thinking about your words, thinking about the above, something happened to me just now, on this couch, in these pajamas, in this hoodie sweatshirt, as I was looking out this window. I remembered, and I believed, something just became real. A spirit came in through the window and re-entered my body. I breathed deeply, over and over, automatically, until my belly stretched. It just did it all by itself. Something just became real. A little resurrection. I can give affection. The real thing. Somebody needs it badly. This is better than drugs. What did you notice? The difference here between Lighter Than Air's post and Action Jackson the Robot's post.
It was good.
It was great. It was awesome. Yes, it was awesome. It was swell. It was a swell post. What was the difference?
So much. Sorry, guys.
It was.
That was so excited, Jackson.
I thought that it was really expressive, and I really got to feel who he was as a person and see what he thought through his own eyes and what his reactions and feelings and emotions and who he actually is.
Yes, that was such a tangled answer.
I know.
There was a simple way to convey it. I heard his thoughts and his emotions.
Mm-hmm.
You're all over the place trying to hit every single word, and hopefully you hit it. You're like firing a shotgun at a rabbit, hoping you get one. You hit him somehow. You like fire all this buckshot at it, hoping you hit the right thing. When if you just work on being specific, you'll have to say fewer words to get to the point. But you got to the point. You did hit the point. He's conveying his thoughts and his feelings. What's the difference, Travo, between Action's post and this guy's post, Lighter Than Air?
Well, with Lighter Than Air's post, while I was reading it, sucked me into it and, put me in his mind.
Yeah, why'd you get sucked in?
Because he was being way more candid, and I could see his experiences through his mind pretty much.
He was taking you by the hand. Yes, he was taking you by the hand and sharing his what?
Thoughts and emotions.
Yeah, his thought process was very laid out on paper, right? Exactly how he's thinking about things. Mm-hmm. Do you take people through a step-by-step process of how you arrive at conclusions? Or do you just say, hey, I think this thing is bad?
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, you do that a lot. That's why I keep having to ask you more specific questions like, yeah, what about that? Well, what about that? Well, why? Well, I have to keep doing that work when you should be volunteering that to me. That means you're a competent social person when you can volunteer that information that is necessary to complete the relationship. If I have to keep asking, why did you think that? Where was that? What was that?
Because a girl's not going to ask that.
Yeah, a girl's not going to ask that. She's just going to become bored. You're going to say, yeah, I went to a concert. It was cool. She's not going to go, why was it cool? Tell me your thoughts and feelings. She's just going to go, oh, okay, I'm going to check my cell phone. Okay, I got to go now, right? I got to leave early. I got to get up early for work. Bye. Can I call you? Yeah. Good luck with that. What was different about Lighter Than Air's post than Action Jackson's post, DKO?
I like Lighter Than Air's post because I enjoy reading his post a lot, and compared
You like
to,
it because you enjoy reading his post?
yeah. And compared to Action's
Well, let me
post,
ask you, why did you enjoy reading his post?
I enjoyed it because I like the way he structures his sentences, and
What do you like about the way he structures his sentences?
there's emotion behind it when I read it.
There's an emotion behind it when you read it. What conveys that emotion?
His words. His words convey.
The words convey emotion. Okay. So we have these very general, vague, non-specific answers that do not satisfy me. Oz, what was different about Lighter Than Air's post than Action Jackson's post?
Facts versus thoughts and emotions.
Whoa, what is that noise?
Whose fan just turned on?
Oh, sorry.
Facts versus thoughts and emotions. Why don't you just say orange?
What?
Why don't you just say orange?
Orange.
Yeah, it has the same effect. Your answer, orange, was a better answer than the other one. You wasted less words, and it was just as irrelevant to me.
What the fuck? You said to be specific.
Yeah, how specific was your answer?
I thought it was pretty specific.
Yeah, you thought it was, that was the problem. You thought it was specific. I want your rich experience. Tell me what you thought about Lighter Than Air's post versus Action Jackson's post.
Okay, well, with Action Jackson's post, honestly, it was going through and I was reading these, or listening to these facts. They didn't draw me in at all. There's nothing to hold me there. I didn't really give a shit.
Okay.
And then,
Why didn't you give a shit? Tell me which part of you, where did you start not giving a shit? Go through it. Be specific.
Well, honestly, the whole thing, I mean...
First tell me dishonestly what you thought about it.
I thought it was fucking amazing.
Okay, now tell me honestly what you thought about it.
It was shit.
Okay. Keep going. Tell me why.
It was boring, it was bland, I didn't feel
Yeah, what
like...
part was boring, what part was bland? Tell me where you got bored.
Well, there was no uniqueness to it, it's just like...
Your answer is non-unique. Your answer is boring. Your answer is bland. What would make your answer interesting to me?
If I was somebody else, I don't know.
No. Trevor, what would make his answer interesting to me? He just said, this post is boring, this post is bland.
If he put his own experience of it into it, like,
He just told me his own experience. It was boring, it was bland.
oh yeah, never mind, I don't know.
What did he not do? Action Jackson?
He wasn't expressing his emotions.
He just told me it was boring, it was bland.
You should have made the degree much...
Be so specific.
How? He should have said, oh, JP, that was lame. I didn't care for that. What is that telling you? That is telling you something specific. You guys are giving me these be confident, be yourself answers. What do be confident, be yourself answers make the professor want to do to you?
Kick in the face.
Yeah, they make me want to kick you in the face. What will not make me want to kick you in the face?
You gotta be specific.
Yeah, a specific answer. Your specific answer meets my need. When you give me, I didn't like it, it was bland. It doesn't tell me anything. It just tells me your general feeling about the post. I'm not looking for vibes. I'm not looking for your vibe about the post. I'm looking for your specific reaction to the post. You want to give me your specific reaction, Oz?
I don't know, that pretty much was my specific reaction.
Okay, so then we're going to have to work on cutting your reaction up into degrees. That's why we have the expression section. I'm looking forward to reading yours post. So I can say, bro, this is a cool post. It was awesome.
Thanks, bro. I really appreciate it.
So we're going to look forward to seeing your specific reaction. This is why you guys are in class. You guys won't have all these answers down pat. You're not expected to know all these answers. This is why you're in Manhood Academy right now. Welcome to class. Okay, guys, it's been another glorious episode of Manhood Academy podcasting. We'll see you next time.